Welcome back to another episode of the Productive Entrepreneur Podcast. This is day 3 of my 30 podcast episodes in 30 days series. Today, I'm sharing something that completely transformed my business, and I'm betting it'll revolutionize yours too. You know that feeling when you sit down at your desk, look at your computer, and think, okay, what the heck am I supposed to do now? Yeah, I've been there, like way too many times. And let me tell you, there's a better way. Here's a little secret that changed everything for me: systems and processes. I know what you're thinking. That sounds like corporate jargon, right? But stick with me, because this is exactly what you need to stop feeling overwhelmed and start seeing real progress in your business. You're listening to the Productive Entrepreneur Podcast. I'm your host, Tonia Kendrick, and I'm on a mission to help online business owners like you focus on the right things and take imperfect action. Every week, you'll get my best tips on everything from time management and content creation to planning effectively and managing mindset issues, all in an effort to help you become more productive. So let's jump into this episode. So I didn't have any documented processes when I started my business because the business was brand new. And everything I did was so hard. Writing blog posts meant staring at a blank screen. Starting new projects felt like climbing a mountain without a map. Social media, I was spending hours scrolling and posting with no real strategy. Everything took forever because I was reinventing the wheel, or really I was inventing the wheel every single time. I came from the corporate world where they already had systems. Plus, I had spent years putting my own systems in place for my areas of responsibility. So I knew that I needed to develop systems for my business. This was not a revelation for me, but it did take some time. But once I started documenting my systems and processes and creating templates, everything became so much easier. I became more productive and less stressed because now I almost always have a starting place. I never have to stare at a blank screen again, and I'm not reinventing the wheel every time I start a project. So let's talk about how to create systems that actually work without driving yourself completely crazy in the process. But before we get into that, let me mention that you'll find the show notes with links to all the resources mentioned at toniakendrick.com/22. And I also have a free Getting Started guide about how to create and streamline your business systems. You can grab that in the show notes as well. Okay, first up, and this is crucial, don't try to systematize everything at once. That is a recipe for overwhelm, and we're trying to reduce stress here, not add to it. Instead, here's what I want you to do. Next time you're about to start a core business task, grab a piece of paper or open a new document. As you work through the task, just jot down every single step you take. That's it. It's simple. So let me give you a real example from my own business. When I was documenting my blog writing process, I realized that I was constantly jumping in and out of WordPress. It was so inefficient. By simply grouping all my WordPress tasks together, my workflow became so much smoother. I also discovered that I was doing my graphics at the wrong time in the process, which meant that I was often backtracking and redoing work. Just by documenting and analyzing my process, I was able to streamline my blog post creation workflow. Now let's talk about specific systems you can start implementing right away to transform your business operations. First up, digital product creation. If you're creating products for your business, having a system is absolutely essential. Think of it like a recipe. You wouldn't bake a cake by just throwing random ingredients into a bowl, right? The same goes for creating digital products. Here's what you need to document for your digital product creation system. Your research process. Think about, how do you validate your product ideas? Where do you gather your market research? How do you determine pricing? What competitor analysis do you need to do? Your creation workflow. Think about, what tools do you need? What's your quality control process? How do you organize your files? What's your revision process? And then your formatting standards. What's your brand style guide? Do you even have a brand style guide? What file formats do you need? How do you ensure consistency across products? Then your sales platform setup. What platform will you use? How do you set up payment processing? What's your delivery method? How do you handle customer support? And your promotional strategy. What marketing channels will you use? How do you create promotional materials? What's your launch timeline? How do you track results? Next up is content creation. This is where so many business owners get stuck, but it doesn't have to be that way. Having a content calendar and templates will transform your entire content creation process. Here's the secret sauce. Decide how often you want to publish, then work backward. If you're aiming for weekly blog posts, for example, plan your content at least a month in advance. And templates will be your new best friend. I create templates for everything. Blog posts, newsletters, social media posts, even the show notes for the podcast. So let's break down what you need in your content creation system. Start with your content calendar and include monthly theme planning. If you use themes, not everybody uses themes. Your content pillars, key dates and promotions, content types and platforms, and your publishing schedule. Then content templates. This could include blog post outlines, social media frameworks, email newsletter formats, graphics templates, video script templates. And if you need more help with successful content creation, I talk about that in episode 5 of the podcast. I'll drop a link to it in the show notes. Now let's tackle everybody's favorite time sink, social media. We all know how easy it is to fall into that endless scroll. But with the right system, you can turn social media from a productivity killer into a powerful business tool. Here's what your social media system needs. Your platform strategy. Which platforms serve your business best? What's your posting frequency for each? What's your content mix? An example of this could be 80% value versus 20% promotional posts. And how do you batch create content? Then an engagement plan. When do you engage with followers? How do you handle comments and messages? What's your community building strategy? How do you track engagement? Another important piece is content management. What tools do you use for scheduling? These might be different for different platforms. I use Tailwind for Pinterest scheduling and the Meta Business Suite scheduler for Instagram. How do you organize your content library? What's your content repurposing strategy? And I hope that you have one. I love content repurposing. How do you track performance? Next, let's get into something super important that's often overlooked. Website maintenance and security. I cannot stress this enough. You absolutely must have systems for this. Regular updates, backups, security checks. These aren't optional extras. Your website maintenance system should include weekly security scans at a minimum, regular updates for WordPress and plugins, daily automated backups. Don't rely solely on your host for this. I use the Updraft Plus plugin for my daily backups, and it gives me so much peace of mind. I'll drop a link to it in the show notes. And then monthly performance checks just to make sure that everything's running smoothly and there's not anything crazy going on the back end. Email marketing is another area where systems can give you massive leverage. I love setting up automated email sequences because it's like having a sales team that works for you 24/7. And the best part, once it's set up, it runs on autopilot. So your email marketing system should cover things like lead magnet delivery, your welcome sequence, nurture sequence, sales sequences, re-engagement campaigns, and your list cleaning protocol. Now, here's where everything comes together. Your company operations manual. Think of this as your business playbook. Everything goes in here. Your processes, templates, login details, important documents, everything. So your operations manual should include vision and mission statements, core processes and procedures, templates and checklists, brand guidelines, tool and software documentation, team responsibilities if you have a team, workflows, emergency procedures, and important contacts and accounts. You can keep your operations manual in Evernote, OneNote, Google Drive, Asana, Trello, Notion, or even on paper. There are tons of options. However, if you use more than one platform, make sure that you set up one central reference point with links to all the other relevant documentation. For example, all my process checklists are stored in Asana as templates so that I can copy them each time I repeat a process. My content templates are created in Microsoft Word and they're stored in Dropbox. But my operations manual is in Evernote and it includes links to everything. So Evernote is the central hub. Here's the beautiful thing about having solid systems in place. They make outsourcing possible. When you're ready to grow your team, you won't have to spend weeks upon weeks training someone. Instead, you can just hand them your documented processes and they can hit the ground running. So let's wrap this up with some concrete action steps that you can take right now. Pick one core business activity to document this week, just one. Start with something you do regularly, like creating social media content or writing blog posts. Next, create a simple template for your most frequent task. This could be as basic as a blog post outline or as detailed as a product launch checklist. 3, start your operations manual. Begin with the basics, your login credentials, important contacts, and one core process. And 4, schedule regular maintenance checks for your website. Set up automated backups and put website updates on your calendar. Remember, you don't have to do everything at once. Start small, but start today. Because here's the truth. Systems aren't just about getting organized. They're about giving yourself the freedom to focus on what really matters in your business. And you know what's amazing? Once you have these systems in place, you'll find yourself with more time, more energy, and more clarity about where your business is heading. You'll stop feeling like you're constantly putting out fires and start feeling like you're actually building something sustainable. If you found this helpful, hit that subscribe button and share this episode with a fellow business owner who needs to hear it. And be sure to head over to the show notes at toniakendrick.com/22 and grab your free guide. It has checklists, worksheets, and sample workflows to help you get started creating your own systems. That's all for today, folks. I'll be back tomorrow with day 4 of my 30 podcast episodes in 30 days series, and I'll be talking about how to set financial goals for your business. Talk to you then. And before you go, if you like what you hear on the Productive Entrepreneur podcast, then come check out the Organized Business Toolbox. It's my monthly membership for solo entrepreneurs who want to feel in control and take imperfect action to move their businesses forward. When you join, you'll get instant access to the Training and Resource Vault, and a new toolbox or course drops every month. Plus, we have monthly Voxer office hours where you can privately ask me questions and get my direct feedback. If that sounds like something you need, the link is in the show notes, or visit toniakendrick.com, and I'll see you on the inside.